Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of March 6th. We're going to jump right in here and we are going to see what is going on for you, Sag. You have this in your current general energies, this solitude card. It says, retreating into your private world to find answers. I think that would be a great thing for you to do this week for sure. You have, literally, these cards can kind of represent independence. Nine of Pentacles definitely does. The Two of Swords, it doesn't really represent like retreat necessarily, but normally she's alone on this card and she has that blindfold on her eyes, and the blindfold in the tarot can represent listening to your own intuition. So, it might just be a good week for you to make sure to have some moments to yourself, right? It might not be a lot of time that you can spend, but just a little bit, I think, would be good enough for you to just, kind of focus on yourself, listen to your inner voice, whatever the case may be. I think that it could be very beneficial for you with this energy. It's almost like, the other thing to think about here with the Two of Swords is that she represents like an initiate. She's being initiated into something, and what we don't know, but she's kind of sitting by the water there, and there's a new island behind her. So, the whole point of the Two of Swords is that she is being initiated into like a secret society or something like that, right? But I kind of feel like you're being initiated by the universe, which we see here with the Hierophant. The Hierophant, his crown represents the three stages of initiation: apprenticeship, and mastery. So it's like some of you could be learning some new skills, or if you already have skills in life, it's like you're doing things to make those skills better so you can be more successful, right? You have the Nine of Pentacles. Again, a card of independence. Also, she has six pentacles over here on this side and three over here on this side. And it kind of represents the fact that she gives just enough to any situations that enter her life. Doesn't have to be love, by the way. It could be love, her friendships, her business, anything that she's working on. She really does things in balance, and she makes sure to she keeps more than enough for herself. It's not even about balance. It's more like a percentage, I always say. It's kind of like she keeps 60% for herself and then 30%, or 40%, whatever, if you want to do perfect math, I don't care. But, she keeps this percentage over here. That's what she gives to situations. And here's the thing, is that when you do that, the amount grows over time because she's always keeping enough for herself. This 30% or whatever you want to call it is always worth more. And that's what people need to understand about the Nine of Pentacles. It's because she keeps enough for herself that this amount actually increases over time. And so does this side as well. So, kind of like finding ways to fulfill yourself and all that other stuff is going to be very good for you this week. I feel like, some of you need to make progress here. We see a lot of progress. It's interesting. You go Knight of Pentacles to the Six of Wands and then Four of Swords, which is like stopping progress. So I kind of get this energy here that you need to charge through something, right? Even the bottom here, Three of Swords, Emperor to the Knight of Pentacles, or King of Pentacles, sorry. It's like the Emperor is like ready for action. He represents, he's ready to go, and then boom, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles isn't necessarily a bad card, but, to me, he represents convention. He represents the way things have always been done in life, so he can kind of slow things down. At the same time, this is coming up in the area of the good stuff, the King of Pentacles, so King of Pentacles represents Taurus. We have Uranus in Taurus right now. So if you're working on a project and it seems like it's taking a little bit longer than you would like, I would say this is not a bad thing, even though it seems like it's happening slower than you think. I always tell people, it's like, I'm really glad that it took me like over 8 years to get this channel to where it is, right? It's like this channel, I was stuck with this channel for a very long time. It didn't grow very quickly, but it's like, I'm so glad that I didn't grow this quickly in like a year. And people might be saying, what? That's crazy. But at the same time, it's like I learned the amount of stuff I learned in that 8 years. It's like that can't be replaced, and you can't learn that stuff in a year, right? So and I'm saying this to you not to brag, because it's like you might be working on something that is taking a little bit longer than you would like, but at the same time, I think it's setting you up for much more future success because it's like it didn't come quickly. It didn't come easily to you. I hope that makes sense. With the Two of Swords, you have this Wedding card. Some of you could be socializing more. I kind of get more socializing energy. I don't necessarily think this is saying that you're getting married or that you're going to a wedding. You could be. You have the Hierophant here, which is marriage, but really I feel that I get like more of a social energy going on here. I do also get like mixing two things together is popping into my head, which I get a lot. I'm literally starting a whole channel all about mixing things together. You think I'm kidding, but I'm serious because that's how important the time that we're in is. So what the hell am I talking about? Well, it's like maybe you have a business, but you don't have a YouTube channel. It's like maybe you need to put your business on YouTube so you can grow more. It's like mixing two things together. There's a billion examples. Put your thinking cap on. But the word wedding is just like the marriage of two things together. So it could be anything. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have this, what does that say? I can't even read today. A consolation, right? There's like some sort of consolation prize coming in for you. I do feel like there's a gift or a reward. You can see there's like an angel bringing this person a gift, and I do feel like there is a gift coming in for you. I feel like you're going to find this gift in moments of peace is what's popping into my head. So like those moments where you're meditating, where you're alone. So your independence seems to be important at this time. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Joyfulness card. Yeah, it's very interesting. Every single sign has had a lot of these cards of like happiness, joy, good things coming in. So I feel like there's a lot of happiness coming in for people this week. Obviously, we're going to have to, kind of like focus on the happiness, but looks good to me. We're going to double clarify this reading. I don't know if I said that, but with the Two of Swords and the Wedding card, you have the Queen of Swords. If you are looking for love, I do feel there could be an air sign or an earth sign coming in for you. Air and earth really stand out to me here. So does Aries, I guess. So it could be an Aries, but take it how it resonates. What I would say also is that I feel like you see some changes that you need to make clearly. If we go like this, like to the Six of Swords, the Six of Swords represents a rite of passage. It represents going through something that might not be, very comfortable, but leads to a big result. And some of you, that boat is already on the other side. So you might have already done this. And now that I'm saying that, I feel like I've said this to you before, where it's almost like you've been through something, and that's what's bringing the reward into your life. With the Nine of Pentacles and the Consolation card, you have the Magician. The Magician is about using your powers of manifestation to get the things that you want. So I feel like you need to use your powers of manifestation here to, increase your income, your efforts, all that other good stuff. And I also would say, I feel at this time that we could be relying on old tricks, especially with the King of Pentacles, but really, with the astrology the way it is, we need to leave comfort zones and try new things. And the Magician says, you're not a one-trick pony. You have a lot of tricks up your sleeve, so use those tricks. If that message is for you, it'll make sense to you. That's what I just heard. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Joyfulness card, you have the Page of Wands. Some sort of new beginning coming in for you. I also feel like you're ready for an adventure. I really get this kind of like this feeling of tension. It's almost like one of those cars where you like drag it back, and you let it go and it takes off. I feel like you've been getting dragged back, and it's like you've built up this tension where you're ready to go on a new adventure, do something new with your life. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this card that says, to rise, you must let go of fear. I think this is true for everyone. Every single person for like months now has been getting these messages of fear, right? Needing to let go of fear to find more success. So I definitely feel that for you here. You have the Six of Swords, Six of Wands, Three of Swords. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love 2 6s. To me, 2 6s says you're on the right path, you're going the right direction. To me, 2 6s is basically just confirmation for your path. So I feel that for you. You do have the Three of Swords. Again, this is the After Tarot, and I do like the Three of Swords in the After Tarot because it's kind of like you've forgiven a past situation, and now you are healing. I kind of feel like you've turned the tables on a person, and I'm pretty sure I said this to you recently, Sagittarius. If we go to this Death Rider, it's almost like just intuitively, I'm looking at that Death card, and I'm like saying, you're calling judgment. Yes, I understand that the Death card is not the Judgment card, but it's almost as if you are calling judgment on a past situation. Like you're saying, no, this is dead, done, over with. I'm moving on. So I feel like it's kind of like you've turned a situation around. And this could be in like work or business as well. So take it how it resonates. You have these 6 wands, a lot of opportunities for you to be successful. But again, with that Magician, it kind of like is saying to me, there are talents, skills, and abilities that you have that you need to use that would put you on your high horse, right? He is on his high horse. He's being celebrated, but he's on his high horse in like a good way. We're not talking about a bad way here. So he's being celebrated for a victory. But again, I feel that there are certain hidden talents, gifts, skills, and abilities that you need to like be using that could lead to this victory. You also have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords moving on to calmer shores. Obviously, there are improvements coming in for you here, big improvements. So, I really like to see that. I feel like there's a lot of happiness coming in for you here as well. And just dropping cards. You have this Pleasure Seeker card. That was like what wanted to pop out there. Everybody has had something this week as well about like needing to have more fun, needing to do something that leads to fun or, whatever. So if there's anything you want to do that you will enjoy yourself, I would go do it. With the Six of Swords, what do you know? You have the Death card. So there's some sort of big change coming in for you. Again, the Six of Swords going from choppy waters to calmer shores. Looks to me like there are improvements coming in here. With the Six of Wands, you have this Melancholy card. Every single person has had this card. I feel like you need to realize that there are things that can brighten your day, but we have to, kind of like I said earlier, it's almost like this reading is saying things are improving, but you have to see those improvements, right? And it's kind of like one of those things where it's like a lot of people complain about a lot that's going on in the world. And I'm not saying that there aren't problems going on in the world, but if you compare where we're at to where we were like 200 years ago, it's like I'd much rather be alive today than 200 years ago. There are a lot more creature comforts, right? So I kind of feel like this is saying, look on the bright side. There are a lot of reasons to be miserable, of course. But we've been trying that for a long time. I've been saying to everyone, it's like, we've been playing the horrible news game for a long time where everything in the news is about all this horrible stuff that's going on in the world. And what do people do? They just talk about it. So they create more of it, right? So I think it's time to turn that around. I feel like it's time to try the good news game, to try something different, right? To try to be more positive, to look on the bright side. Maybe that'll fix things, right? Because we've never done that. It feels too good to think miserably, trust me. With the Three of Swords, you have the Letter card. I do feel there could be a little bit of love kind of energy forming up here. If you are interested in love, there could be communication coming in from a person. I don't really see this as a love reading. There's not like a ton of love energy here, but that does not mean you won't have love. As I always say, it's just a tarot reading. It doesn't control your life. If you want love, it's available to you, but let's see like where is it? With the Death card and the Six of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, very passionate new beginning. I feel like you need more passion, more of this like passion in your life. Sometimes I think we can get into this overthinking energy as well, where it's like we know we want to work on something, whatever it is, like a project or a business or something personal, but then we start overthinking it. And I don't know. I feel like this Ace of Wands, like out with the old, in with the new. I've never seen the Ace of Wands come up in so many readings as I have like recently. So I like the Ace of Wands because like to me, it's my favorite card in the tarot. And the reason is because just that like one thing we need to get motivated. It's like that spark of hope, that spark of inspiration, that like one thing that can motivate us to action. So if you have any of those moments this week where something gets you excited, I would start working on whatever gets you excited. With the Six of Wands and the Melancholy card, you have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is about seeing that there's more than one solution to a problem that you're dealing with. It is a card of self-imposed restriction, but it's about telling yourself like a different story, in any area of your life. Like if there's something you want, love, business, whatever, it's like maybe your story has been the same for too long. And for whatever reason, that's what's popping into my head here. I feel like you need to see there's like another world that exists, right? With the Three of Swords and the Letter, you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands, of course, is a card of success, and you have the Six of Wands twice in the same row. So there is clearly some sort of success coming in for you. And if you want love, again, I do feel like some of you could be attracting a person who's really special, and maybe that's what's unexpected, is that you're getting like a really good person here. Next, in the area of what you need to hear right now, you have this Chalice card. It says rejuvenation and fulfillment on it. Definitely could be love because, again, it looks like the Ace of Cups. But more importantly, this whole entire reading is like encouraging you to fulfill yourself. It's kind of funny that the Star card hasn't shown up here because, to me, this is giving me star vibes in the sense that the star can represent nurturing yourself, doing something this week to take care of yourself, to be kind to yourself, whatever, right? And I think that could have a big impact on your week if you do something nice for yourself. You have the Four Swords, the Hierophant, and the Emperor here. The Four Swords is a card of recovery. It's a card of hope, faith, renewal, good things coming in for you here. So I feel that for some of you, there's like a blessing coming in for you here. There's a person right here who's blessing another person right here. And I kind of, for whatever reason, I feel like this is more talking about blessings. Like you've been asking for certain blessings, and I feel like you're going to be receiving the blessing. You have the Hierophant. The Hierophant, again, is a card of initiation. I do feel like it's like almost like you're being initiated into something. And the reason I say that as well is because of the Six of Swords right here. So there might be an opportunity for you to start something new or for you to go through some sort of rite of passage. And I would take that opportunity. I feel it's going to be very good for you. It might not be easy. Kind of like the vibes I get here is it could be something like maybe your boss wants you to train you for some sort of new position, but maybe it requires you to go back to school, or maybe it requires you to go through some sort of difficult training. Same thing in business. It's like maybe there's a business you want to start, but maybe it's going to take a few years to build up. I get this feeling for a lot of people right now. I don't know what it is, but really, actually, I do know what it is. I have a feeling that it's Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus wants us to build things long term. But it's like, there's a saying, easy come, easy go. Uranus and Taurus is like the opposite of that. Uranus and Taurus is like, you take your goddamn time and you build something long term because that's what's going to lead to success. So people don't like to hear that, I know, because people want an easy button solution. They want things to happen quickly, but I promise you, if you build something that does require more work, it's just going to last the rest of your life, and you'll be happy that you did it, is what I would say here. You have the Emperor. I do feel this could be an Aries coming in for some of you, but I also feel it's encouraging you to take action on things that just inspire you with that Ace of Wands. I really get with that Ace of Wands that there's like something inspirational, but it's inspiring to you that you want to do. With the Four of Swords here, you have this Malady card. This is like a card of sickness or, kind of like, just being down. So there is a little bit of this down energy this week, but I feel like we have a choice. We can focus on it, or we can focus on lifting ourselves up and literally, to rise, you must let go of fear is what that card says right next to it. So there you go. With the Hierophant, you have this Doctor card. Everybody's had the Doctor card as well. So I would watch your health. Again, I'm not a doctor. I have no clue what I'm talking about, but there's something health-related going on this week. So I think people need to kind of like pay attention to their health. Just stay healthy. With the Emperor, you have this Journey card. A lot of opportunity for you to travel. And also, I feel this could be like an opportunity to go on a mental journey where you're like learning something new. And I'm telling you right now, if you're like going back to school, or even if you're teaching yourself a new skill, this is going to be profitable for you, like whatever it is. So love it. With the Malady card and the Four Swords, you have the King of Cups here. King of Cups is like your emotions overflowing, I feel, because of that Chalice card that's showing up here, right here. So the King of Cups represents having very deep emotions, but I feel like your emotions are kind of coming to the surface with that Chalice card and the King of Cups here. I would keep control of your emotions, but at the same time, I kind of feel like there's happiness. With the Doctor and the Hierophant, you have the Moon card here. The Moon can say that if you have a problem with your health, go to the doctor because you don't know what it is, basically. And again, I'm not a doctor. I have no clue what I'm talking about. So do not take this as medical advice. There you go, YouTube police. There's your disclaimer. Thank you very much. Get lost. But what I would say is, again, kind of a mystery. So something to look into. But I don't even think that's for all of you. With the Emperor and the Journey card, you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, like being a detective. Again, I really get this feeling on that Ace of Wands that it's not so much like, the Ace of Wands can represent desires, good things coming in for you, out with the old, in with the new. But I get more that it's more of something that needs to be explored, the Ace of Wands for you. It's something exciting. Page of Swords says, if you feel inspired by something this week, if something excites you or gets you, off your keister or whatever, this card says be a detective. Look into it. Learn about it. Explore it, because there's probably something there for you. At the end here, for the good stuff, doesn't matter what shows up here. It's going to be good no matter what. You have this Lighthouse card. It says, when the seas are rough, search for the light. This says light worker on it. Yes. I feel like you've been through the rough seas with the Six of Swords, and obviously you're moving towards a big transformation. You have the Death card, Nine of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. If you want love, I do feel there could be a person coming in for you who wants something permanent. I like the King of Pentacles for love because, again, it represents someone who's serious, someone who wants something permanent. I really feel that most of you are focused on yourself, though, like I said at the beginning of the reading, which is perfectly fine. Nine of Pentacles, that's exactly what I would be focusing on, is like how much energy do you need for yourself in all areas of life, and how much can you give to situations? I don't know. Like, you have to answer that question for yourself. We're all different. So, I would look at that because I feel like you're just going to end up being more secure, more stable. You're going to have more energy to work on the things that you want to work on. And, that's what the King of Pentacles is saying to me. You have the Nine of Wands here. Yeah, I feel like you're being rewarded for not giving up, especially for those of you that are working on projects or businesses. It's like the universe is bringing rewards into your life so that you can be more successful. And finally, you have this death card. Clearly, there's a positive change coming in for you here. I also, again, I get this energy of like you calling judgment or something like that on the death card. It's almost like you're in the position of making the decisions or whatever. And this could be in a past relationship. You could be calling judgment on a person and being like, no, I'm done. It could also be like a job or something like that where you're deciding, you know what, I'm better than this. I'm going towards something better, plain and simple. With the death card, you have this wife card. Some of you could be getting married, could be becoming a wife, or obviously if you are the husband, then you could be getting a wife. Take it how it resonates. But I do feel there's like a little bit of love here. So, and you know, what I would say is like, as I've said to everyone, to me, love is really good like towards the middle of March, which we're almost there. But, you know, if you're looking for love, that could be when it's coming in. With the Nine of Wands, you have this Thief card. Again, this is the good stuff, so it doesn't matter what shows up here. It's going to be positive no matter what. You could be getting justice on a thief. Like I said, you're calling judgment, like on a person. So maybe someone stole your happiness or someone, you know, kind of broke up with you and stole something from you. And I feel like there could be justice coming in with this Thief card because, again, this is the good stuff. With the King of Pentacles, you have this Thought card. I kind of like this now. You know, to me, the message I got here is that you, like, for once, you think about something and then it actually happens. You know, it's like things are going according to plan. So normally I think we come up with a plan like in work or business or career, love, you know, spiritually, whatever. We come up with a plan and things don't go according, like rarely go according to plan. To me, this is saying something is going according to plan, something that you're thinking about or dreaming about. That's kind of what I'm getting there. So love it. Let's see. With the wife card and the death card, you have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it could be someone who left you out in the cold, but again, I feel like you're increasing your finances for sure. You're definitely stabilizing your finances. With the Nine of Wands and the Thief, you have the Star. Didn't I say something about the Star earlier in the reading? I'm pretty sure I did. And so again, as boring as it sounds, I would be nurturing yourself this week and taking care of yourself. I also feel there's clearly a lot of fulfillment coming in for you, but you're fulfilling yourself. You're doing things on your own. With the King of Pentacles and the Thought card, you have the Sun. Best card in the deck. Tons of happiness. And again, I think things are like going according to plan in your life for a lot of you. We're going to pull 5 main themes now here, Sag. So let's see what we have. You have this Casket card. Says someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Kind of funny that I said Judgment because Judgment, there's those caskets on the Judgment card. The casket represents your old life. Outside the casket represents your new life. So for a lot of you, you're just making changes. Death card. I feel like you're letting go of fears. Like you have that. You must to rise. You must let go of fear. I feel like the fear is letting go of something that no longer serves you. You know, it's really the Six of Swords. On the Six of Swords, it's like that woman and the child in the boat. They only have the clothing on their back. Like that is fear. They're completely starting over on the other side. So I feel some of you could be doing that. You have this Arrow card. It says you're on the right path. 2 6s regarding some aspect of your life. Yes, keep going. Definitely confirmation right there. You have the Clouds card. It says temporary problem. I feel like there are a lot of temporary problems. Again, it's like I don't like putting these things out there because I think we create our own reality. But as I always say to people, it's like we are in a time where, yes, we are in a little bit of a frustrating time. I don't want to discourage people. I want to encourage people. I want people to realize that it's like if you try one of your ideas in work or business or career, it might not work. But that does not say stop. It says it's a temporary issue. Learn how to overcome the problem. I really feel we're in a time where we have to put a little bit of extra elbow grease into the things that we're working on. That might sound annoying, but guess what? Most normal people are annoyed by it, so they're not going to do it. You're setting yourself apart by going the extra mile. It's worth it. Trust me. You have this Bread card. It says period of prosperity and abundance. Yes, we saw a ton of abundance here in your reading. I also have this Fire card. It says strong emotions, passionate love or hate. I feel like there could be love coming in, but it's like just starting. You know, might not be here yet. But that's it. Here, Sag. I like it. Thank you for being here, Sagittarius. Really appreciate it. And definitely enjoy your week.